Throughout this section, we'll talk about the associative table pattern, also called a linking table. But before showing the pattern, let's see where it can be helpful. So the wishlist column in the customer table stores product names a customer wishes to buy. So since there are multiple values in this column, first normal form is violated. So that's the first problem. The second problem is that any string not referring to the actual product name can be stored in the column, which might lead to data corruption. Unnecessary complex querying. Since comma concatenates the product names, when reading the data, a parsing logic is required. So these are the problems. Now let's talk about the pattern itself. So an associative table is a table that manages many-to-many relationships between two other tables. And on the right at the top you see a customer table as it is right now. And of course I'm not showing all the columns, only the relevant ones. What we are going to do is we will get rid of the wishlist column and instead use an associative table called customer wishlist table. And as you can see, the customer wishes table has a composite primary key composed of two foreign keys pointing to the customer and product tables. And both relationships are one-to-many. And it's a common pattern to use foreign key columns as a primary key columns. Okay, now what are the benefits of this pattern? So improved data integrity. An associative table improves data integrity through foreign key constraints. This setup ensures that relationships between entities are maintained accurately and there are no invalid references. Minimize data redundancy. By using a separate table to represent many-to-many relationships, you avoid duplicating information and maintain a more organized and normalized database schema. A flexible schema. The powerful aspect of this pattern is that we can add metadata about the relationship itself. So instead of just storing customer ID and product ID, we can add extra information such as when the product was added, or allow customers to create multiple wish lists with different names so that they can group products as they wish. And this change would only require adding a single column, for example, wishlist name. And you see a similar functionality in Amazon. Also, depending on the requirements, if we want, we can add a soft delete to the relationship, or we could add two columns, effective start date and effective end date, and we can make the relationship valid only over that specific time frame. So the associative table pattern gives you a lot of flexibility. And now the drawbacks. There is a small negative impact on performance because to retrieve the data you will have to do an additional join, but I've never found it to be a problem.